Welcome back to Joy of Bike. I'm Mike, and in today's video we are going to build up my brand new BMX bike from scratch. This build is an absolute dream for me, but before we get into it, we're back at the Traction Coffee roasting headquarters, because what pairs better than bikes and coffee? So we're going to crack into a can of ice cold Traction Coffee to get this build started. Each one of these cans packs 224 milligrams of caffeine, which means all natural energy to help us fuel our fun. If you're interested in trying any of Traction's world-class roasted coffees, there's a link in the description below, and if you have any coffee questions, don't hesitate to reach out. But with that being said, let's get this build started. I'm going to be quiet for the majority of this build so we can focus on the beauty of a brand new bike being put together, but I want to point out the heart and soul of this build, which is the frame. The foundation of this build is going to be a Fly Bikes A frame, and this is the signature frame of an old friend of mine, Larry Edgar. If you've never seen that guy ride a bike, look him up. It is absolutely insane, and I'm really looking forward to putting this bike together. It's been a dream of mine almost since I started riding BMX to build up a Fly Bikes frame, and there's a good reason for that. These guys have such a focus on attention to detail. They make very beautiful products, and they're all so simple. So I'm really looking forward to what this thing looks like all built up. On this cart behind me, we've got the rest of the parts for this exciting build. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the front end of this bike assembled, and we'll check in along the way. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the top load stem, and just like this frame, which is a signature part of my friend Larry, this stem is a signature part from my friend Corey Walsh, and I love the opportunity to get to ride and represent my friend's signature parts. We're pairing that top load stem up with an Odyssey R32 fork. This thing comes with a lifetime warranty, and personally, this is the only fork that I trust. Now that we've got the fork and stem mated on the frame, I'm gonna go ahead and install the handlebars. These are a pair of Shadow Voltus bars with ODI long neck, soft compound grips on here. These are my favorite grips ever. These are the only BMX grips I've run in probably the last 10 years. Handlebars are installed. Now we're gonna move on to the seat post and seat. And the seat on this bike is something that is really, really special to me, and there's a good reason for that. This is my best friend's signature seat, Matt Cordova. You've seen him here on the channel. You know he's an incredible rider and a great dude. And I feel extra special to be rocking this particular seat because it's a one of one. So big shout out to Matt. Thank you so much for hooking me up with this unique seat. I'm really looking forward to getting it mounted up here on the bike, and it's gonna really tie the whole build together. This build is coming together so beautifully, and I think the part that's really gonna set it off are these wheels. This is a set of Shadow Symbol wheels, and it's been a long time since I've had anything but black wheels on my bike. These are a throwback to my younger years when I was growing up racing BMX. I really love the polish, and if you can see behind me, our new coffee roaster here at Traction is black and polished which this bike is paying homage to that machine. I want to give a massive shout out to my friends over at the Shadow Conspiracy for helping me get this build put together. It means the absolute world. If you're not familiar with Shadow at all, it's a group of really rad people. It's owned by my friend Ronnie Bonner. I actually did a podcast with him last year around this time. If you're interested in checking that out, I'll put the link to that podcast in the description below, but let's get these things mounted up. Wow, I'm getting so excited to get out on this bike. It is absolutely beautiful. We're almost done, I can't wait. We're in the home stretch of this build now. We're gonna get the Shadow interlock half-link chain fitted on here. If you didn't know, Shadow actually pioneered the half-link chain. And these things are absolutely bomb-proof. I've had one of these on my BMX bike ever since they came out. And last but not least, pedals. And that's that for my custom Flybikes 8A build. I'm so stoked with how this thing turned out. Even more stoked to get out and see how it rides. I'm really looking forward to that. If you guys enjoyed this video, cruise down and hit that like button. If you're interested in getting a BMX bike or looking to build your own custom setup and have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss the video of our first session on this new build. With all that being said, here's a little montage, some detail shots of the new build parked up next to our beautiful Diedrich IR12 coffee roaster. Thank you so much for building this bike with me, and we'll see you soon. Later.